Hello guys and welcome. I hope that you're doing well. My name is UHDking, or I play 4K, AK, I play 8K, AK, I play 16K, and during this video, today's is 20th anniversary of Half-Life 2. I'm going to demonstrate Half-Life 2 game running in 16K video resolution. I was the first YouTuber back in 2016 before the Linus Media Group did, demonstrated the Half-Life 2 game running in 16K video resolution on my 4 Titan X Maxwell GPU architecture by Nvidia in 4-way SLI. 4 of them connected in SLI. Titan X Pascal was the last Nvidia video card that was able to be connected 4-way SLI. And then they introduced the NVLink, the new way of the SLI bridge, and the newer NVLink can connect over 20 video card. So hopefully, but it's on the enterprise level. So hopefully Nvidia is going to bring this ability for us and to be able to use it in the games and to be able to use in AI and to be able to use anywhere. But anyways, throughout this video, I'm going to show you Half-Life 2 in 16K video resolution. This is going to be updated version. Look like they updated the game engine with the newer source game engine, but they never stated that in the logs. But the FPS is dropped and dropped dramatically. Today is November 21st, 2024. Okay, let me show it to you guys. November 21st, 2024. When Half-Life 2 was introduced, it was the first ever game available on Steam. So this is going to be the 20 years anniversary for Half-Life 2 game and 20 anniversary for the Steam game client by Valve, the same company Valve that developed the Half-Life 2. Okay, I saw a couple of the reviewers, kind of fake benchmarkers, did some video, and one of them was maybe not fake, maybe they do not fully understand what are they doing. Some of them was zWormz Z. By the name, you already can tell something wrong with that guy. And he was showing 120 FPS on average with the RTX 4090 video card, which is 2 more newer generation of the Nvidia flagship video card, because today I'm using the Nvidia Titan RTX, which is the first generation of the Nvidia RTX video cards equipped with 24 GB of video RAM. But he was using the third generation of the Nvidia RTX video cards, which is Nvidia RTX 4090 video card, also equipped with 24 GB of video RAM. His video RAM usage was 10 GB, which is kind of fakeish, and the FPS was 120 FPS. And this is the system that I'm using today from 2018. Let me actually introduce you real quick to the system. So it's going to be the system. I'm going to use the Windows magnifier zoom tool, as you can see, 1200%. Look how sharp it is. Indeed, we are running brute force 16K video resolution. I'm outputting right now on 8K UHD over 70-inch TV, but it doesn't matter. The visuals is absolutely clear, and I can see the difference while running 8K UHD versus the 16K video resolution brute force or DSR while downscale to the 8K UHD. This type of scenario is absolutely amazing and fantastic. But anyways, today I'm running the system from 2018. It's going to be Intel Core i9-9900K. Overclock. This processor will be overclocked to 5.1 GHz, completely running like that without lowering its frequency, maybe by 10 MHz plus minus in terms of the errors. It's running with the HT hyper-threading technologies on. There is no efficiency cores, no performance cores yet. This is going to be the Intel 9 Gen processor, which is Intel i9-9900K. I'm running with the 8 physical cores and with the hyper-threading technology enabled 16 logical cores, 16 logical threads. Okay, This is the system right here, including the motherboard and processor. Motherboard will be ASUS Z390 chipset. Somehow it's running the Titan RTX at 8x instead of 16x, but maximum supported for this chipset and for this motherboard 16x. But I tested on Z370, Z390, ASUS Maximus Hero 10, and ASUS Maximus Hero 11 that I'm running today. Z390, ASUS Maximus 11 Hero. It was running Titan RTX at 8x. I'm not sure why. And keep in mind that I don't have any M.2 SSD installed, and all my slots are available. Nothing is installed, but it's still doing that. In the BIOS, I forced to run 16x PCI Express Generation 3. Version 3, but it's still doing at 8x, and it done so on a Z370 ASUS Maximus 10. So there is nothing wrong with my motherboard, and nothing wrong with Titan RTX, with Nvidia Titan RTX video card. I have multiple of them right now. I'm using all of them for the AI, but just because the 20 years anniversary for Half-Life 2 by Valve, I decided, guys, to go ahead and demonstrate you the world record 16K video resolution just to celebrate how beautiful this game. This was one of the best first-person shooter games that I played, and in 2004 it was just revolutionary in terms of the visuals, gameplay, and everything what was available throughout that time. It was Doom 3 time. Doom 3 and Half-Life 2 introduced the first physics, not physics, but physics into the game. Before the physics by Apex company was introduced, before the Nvidia purchased that was using the CUDA cores, and when Nvidia re-engineered its technologies and purchased the Apex physics technology. But this was a physics, and the first physics, when you touch an object, it's kind of reacting and stuff like that, bouncing, having the pressure and stuff like that. So it was one of the big deal of the games. Doom 3, Half-Life 2 in 2004, and today is again November 21st, 2024, exactly 20 years. So 32 gigabyte of system RAM. It's running 3200 megahertz, which is 1600 megahertz internal and 3200 megahertz external. CL11 1T command. 4 sticks, 8 gigabytes. Good to go for a quad channel, which is 256-bit. But today I'm running a dual channel, 128-bit, and all what you need to have 2 sticks. 4 sticks will be very well dual channel setup, much faster than dual channel is designed. Even on a dual channel, only supported as maximum bandwidth for the system RAM. The reason why, because the Z390 chipset or Z370 doesn't support, including the Intel Generation 9 CPU, such as i9-9900K, doesn't support the quad channel. Quad channel during that time was for the server motherboards and server Xeons. Okay, I also have the Xeon from that time. About to introduce you a new system over the UHDking that you don't want to miss. Anyways, 4 sticks, 8 gigabytes each, ready for everything, 3200 megahertz, but not like your average deverage. CL18, CL16, not even CL13, CL11. The low value is better because it's lower time to communicate with the system processor and processor unit and system memory DDR4 below 44 nanoseconds. This is a very crazy for the DDR4, especially when we're talking the bandwidth almost 50,000 megabytes per second and frequency 3200 megahertz, because the bandwidth generated by the frequency, the higher frequency, the higher bandwidth. Okay, the latency generated by the latency, CL latency delay, it's a communication time, and S stands for the nanoseconds. The low value is better for the time, for the latency, but megabytes per second or gigabytes per second read, write, and copy bandwidth, the higher value is better. Okay. So this was one of the fastest DDR4 by Corsair. The fastest was by the G-Skill, 5200 megahertz DDR4. But I believe the Z390 chipset doesn't support it at all. It barely supporting 5000 megahertz, but my motherboard ASUS Maximus 11 here doesn't support 5000 megahertz, especially when we're talking Corsair, this particular memory. And I think the reason why, by the way, this is the 5000 megahertz CL18 Corsair, it's using the Micron technology chips. I removed the heat sinks by Corsair, and I saw the Micron chips. I'm gonna review this memory for the people that building computers from the old parts, the best possible way to build the computers on a low budget. And not only low budget, it means that you're very intellectual builder, very intellectual guy, and the best PC hardware enthusiast. But anyways, you're gonna save a lot of money and have a lot of fun, almost the same fun, and receive tons of benefits if you're gonna build the computers from the used parts. Hopefully I'm going to teach you how to do it a lot over this YouTube channel. I already did a lot of videos, and we continue that matter with all kind of entertain videos, gaming, PC hardware reviews, 3D rendering. Hopefully you're learning how to build yourself a computers. But anyways, that was the fastest possible. And Micron technology chips, which is the chips when I removed the heatsink, exactly Micron technology chips. When it comes to system RAM DDR4, it hates the high latency. It loves the lowest latency possible, but it hates the high frequency. So Micron technology chips will produce the low read, write, and copy value when compared to the Samsung B die chips for DDR4 of system RAM. Okay, while it's gonna produce with the low latency, the low communication between the processor and system RAM DDR4, and in our case below 44 nanoseconds. So I believe I utilize this memory as best as possible. 3200 megahertz CL11, not CL13, but CL11. This is unheard of. And I squeeze this memory to its knees for the best possible performance. This is what I believe. How to find out which do you want to have, the faster frequency or the lower latency? Pretty simple. Go ahead and download the trial version EDA64 cache and memory benchmark. I gave away on the holidays a lot of licenses for free. This is another reason for you to thumbs up and subscribe for this YouTube channel. And do the EDA64 cache and memory benchmark before overclocking on default values, and take a read, write, and copy value, or one of those, bandwidth, megabytes per second or gigabytes per second, and divide by the latency and find out how much data you can push per 1 nanosecond. The higher value will be better. And then stick around with that. So it doesn't matter which is better, frequency or latency, but it matters when you're going to divide, read, write, or copy by latency. That number as result will matter. The higher value will be better. Okay, so this when you're overclocking your processor, your system RAM, this is what you want to pay attention. A lot of those reviewers with multi-million vouchers, that they even have no clue about it, because all what they focused on to make money through the ads, they do not provide the value and do the ads and promote their whatever advertiser paying. Not like over this YouTube channel. Another reason for you to thumbs up, share it, and subscribe, and watch my ads, guys, because I'm going to collect those pennies and I'm going to invest back into you. Everything what I'm earning through this YouTube channel going to go back into the YouTube channel. Anyways, graphics Titan RTX since 2018, beautiful. I also had the RTX 2080 Ti, 2 of those in SLI. Actually, I have 4 Titan RTXs. Right now, I'm using the Titan RTXs for the AI. I sold my RTX 2080 Ti after I purchased the Titan RTXs. To be able to purchase Titan RTXs, I purchased it when RTX 2080 Ti was at the full price, and I sold it almost as the same price, which is good. Throughout the COVID, throughout the crisis, when the GPU and video cards was so expensive. 24 gigabytes GDR6 by Samsung, 384 bits bus. As you can see, it's going to be TU102 GPU architecture by Nvidia, and it's going to be Nvidia Turing GPU architecture flagship chip from 2018 when it comes to Nvidia Turing GPU architecture. The same GPU was located on Quadro RTX 8000 series and Quadro RTX 6000 series, and the same performance in games or in any application. Okay, the same performance. Only RTX 8000 series Turing GPU architecture by Nvidia Quadros was priced at $8,000 in 2018, while Nvidia Titan RTX, the same video card for the consumers, not for the enterprise clients, was priced $2,500, but I purchased for $2,000, 4 of them. Anyways, Here we go, Nvidia Titan RTX. This is the GPU Z. For those who's curious, TU102 GPU chip, as I already told you, 24 gigabyte of video RAM, 24,576 megabytes, 4,608 unified CUDA cores. Single Titan RTX is installed. Okay. And EDA64 GPU benchmark. This is when the processor and system RAM DDR4 versus the GPU TU102 and video RAM 24 gigabytes. You can see the values. Video RAM is bad for the memory read, write, and copy. I'm sorry for read and write, but copy is what it likes. The GPU and video RAM likes to do a lot of copy in parallel mode because this is what the GPU does all the time. Throughout its procedures, while the CPUs like to do read, write, and copy. So as you can see, the GPU and video RAM is about over 10x, about almost 15x faster than the processor. Okay. What else? Titan RTX is going to run stock. This Titan RTX without any repacing, completely the from 2018 Nvidia stock thermal compound paste, which is kind of not drying yet. On one of my Titan RTX, I put the liquid metal thermal compound paste by Thermal Grizzly, but the problem with that thermal compound paste is drying out. But I still recommend thermal compound paste by Thermal Grizzly, but stay away from paste, but get yourself pads. Pads are the best. It's going to be like a part of the cloth. It's without any mass. By Thermal Grizzly is the best, guys. It's a little bit warmer, but still better even than Arctic Silver. Just a pad, and you can reapply that pad as kind of part of like a cloth, like a granite cloth. You put it in, and you can reuse it with any kind of belts. One time to buy, $20. And can you use it 100 years? Unbelievable. Anyways, 100% fan rotation without any overclock, running completely stock. I just download completely fresh install Half-Life 2. It's going to be 20th anniversary version. It has a little bit heavier game engine, and as again, FPS will be not as the same as FPS was in 2016 all the way till 2020 that I test on all kind of systems, PC systems, CPUs, video cards, and the first video on YouTube ever was produced by UHDking, by me, so you know exactly why UHDking, aka I play 4K, aka I play 8K, aka I play 16K. It's not like one of those zWormz, like that crazy guy. Everything makes sense. As you can see, I'm paying attention to exactly what I'm doing. I'm verifying on every single detail. So every single data that will be provided throughout this video, you can take it to the bank and deposit, guys. It's going to be as good as gold. Keep that in mind. Everything is verified. I put for you as you can see right here, the CPU. So you can see all the 16 threads, how it's split. So hopefully, let me make it a little bit larger. Hopefully you can see the loads. Okay, just in case, and I'm going to use the Windows magnifier zoom tool, as you can see, to zoom in, zoom out, and also, let me show you first. Let me show you my Nvidia Shadow Player. Okay, this is going to be the cool thing. I didn't download the latest November driver, so I'm using the GeForce Experience, the old school GeForce Experience. It's not like the new one. And if we're going to go ahead and find the Half-Life 2, hopefully Half-Life 2 will be here. It's not here yet. Okay, I just download. Oh, it's here. I just downloaded. I ran a test. I already tested out real quick. But let's go ahead and have a look. So if you're gonna go ahead and check out and Half-Life 2, where did they downloaded it? Because I had the old version. So this is going to be the old version, 4K video resolution. But this is going to be the new version right here. This is supposed to be the new version that was downloaded today and supposed to be no. Maybe it didn't update it yet. Anyways, let me show you that. Check it out. It says 16K video resolution. See that? Because I connected on Titan RTX through the HDMI. the port, I'm not using the display port to HDMI connector. So the HDMI connector right now is only 30 Hertz in EKUHD. This is how I'm running this test. Usually I'm running the display port to the HDMI, but not right now. I have all kind of different monitors, all kind of different screens for all my tests and stuff like that. But this is what's up, right? And let me open up the driver. Let me open up the NVIDIA driver. Also show to you that there is no DSRs involved. It's going to be as good as native through the brute force. So it's not going to show up as DSR. DSR is not enabled on the Titan RTX. But keep in mind that DSR is not DLSS. So do not get confused NVIDIA DSR technology versus NVIDIA DLSS. All right, so let's open it right here. Let me bring it kind of close right here, so we can see what are we doing over here. Okay, and so it's 16K video resolution, which is 16 divided by 9 aspect ratio, 16K UHD. Keep in mind that DirectX 9, DirectX 10, DirectX 11, or any APIs that is available in 2024, the maximum resolution that is supporting 16K video resolution. I'm about actually to show it to you real quick as a fact. But anyways, let me show you that DSR factor is disabled completely. As you can see, it's off. Okay, this is the drivers. NVIDIA drivers. Go ahead and put the settings like I am and test it like this. Power management as maximum. So I'm using maximum performance out of my Titan RTX. It's not going to save any energy at all. This is the visual preset. Okay. So this is how we're going to do it. This is how I do the AI as well. I'm not overclocking. I'm doing like this. Those video cards, including the RTX 3090, RTX 3090 Ti is coming over UHDking, and hopefully very soon RTX 4090 when the price will go down, because I'm going to use it for my AI project. Another reason for you to thumbs up, I'm going to use it for my AI project. And guys, I'm about to introduce my image AI. Image services by AI, by UHDking, by Artistic Bytes. While you can use my image services, you can create anything what you can dream on with my AI. Just writing in it to the AI in prompt, and it will generate it for you. It's the best right now. At this moment, it's generating up to 8K video resolution like there is no other AI can do. It's beating the Meta, Microsoft, Google, X, everything, everybody. All right. Anyways, so this is what's up. Okay, so you saw that, and let me real quick show it to you as a fact that 16K video resolution above the 16K UHD, above this 16 divided by 9 aspect ratio is the maximum resolution. Look how everything is so small because my scale is 16K video resolution in Windows. Let me actually show it to you right here. See that? Through the brute force. So as good as native, but keep in mind that DSR, NVIDIA DSR, especially NVIDIA DSR and Titan RTX, which is the legacy DSR without any AI yet, is good as native, not a DSR, plus minus couple FPS, like usually 3-4 FPS, but as good, and a hair maybe plus minus in terms of the video RAM utilization, but as good. It's kind of an error, kind of lookish like an error, but yeah, it makes sense that DSR is a little bit faster because NVIDIA is using better algorithms to bring the resolution than the native resolution. But anyways, so this is the EDA. Let me show you in terms of the EDA that's but for those naysayers, first my CPU. Let me show you my CPU. That I'm running the i9-9900K, and you can see it's locked to multiplier to 51 no matter what on all the 8 cores, 16 threads. Okay, this is the processor, and on the yeah. So let me show it to you guys. So this is going to be the right here. See that? It's pulling the NVIDIA driver, okay? And we're also going to put the DirectX DLL of the Windows. So 16K video resolution is the maximum. So XY and XYZ, which is 16,384 by 16,384. But if it's XYZ coordinates, because in 3D this is kind of texture, which is 2D, it's going to be 3 coordinates, and it's going to be in pixels, 16,384 pixels, okay? And it doesn't matter what kind of API you're using, DirectX, Vulkan, OpenGL, OpenCL, CUDA. CUDA, by the way, is the winner when it comes to 2D support today's throughout all the APIs. But let me show it to you real quick. And lookish like Ida kind of having some problems. All right, anyways, display and OpenGL. This is under the OpenGL. See that? 32K video resolution as 2D as a maximum by 32K, but 16K by 16K. And this is, I'm assuming, in 3D world. And this is as 3D world, 3D canvas, 3D scene, whatever it's called, XYZ, as you can see, in all kind of different APIs. It's called a little bit different. Okay, so yeah, this is going to be for the OpenGL. Okay, I'm also going to show you the CUDA. Okay, check it out. The CUDA 2D size is 131,000 pixels on width by 65,000 on height. That's why the CUDA is the best when it comes to 2D while using the GPUs. Okay, not the CPUs but GPUs while using the CUDA DLL API. And 3D as again 16,384, 16,384 by 16,384 XYZ, as you can see, and it's on the CUDA. And 2D 131,000 pixels by 65,000 pixels. This is incredible with 65 32 register block 65,000 and maximum register per block 65,000. This is unbelievable. The best API while doing the 3D CUDA by Nvidia. But Nvidia produced this video card and it's the leader in terms of the GPUs, much better than AMD. Guys, it's going to be a video when I'm going to show you how the AMD is a garbage that you want to avoid completely, because pretty much the AI will be the reason. If you're going to purchase the Nvidia video card, you can sell your Nvidia video card used for more money than AMD. The AI will be the reason, because when it comes to AI, artificial intelligence, Nvidia video card at least 2 times faster than any AMD products. So when we're comparing same generation of the Nvidia versus the same generation versus the AMD, Nvidia will be 2 times faster when it comes to artificial intelligence, because Nvidia built the GPU accelerators using their tensor cores, that is accelerators for the AI, to be able to utilize their environment that they created, that type of apps and APIs and the whole source that producing the artificial intelligence, computing the artificial intelligence while using the Nvidia GPU. That's why it's 2 times faster. That's why you want to avoid the AMD at any cost as you want in 2024, from 2020 till 2024 for sure, and in the future until the AMD is going to jump on this game. But I don't believe so. I believe that Intel and AMD are gonna go bankrupt. Nvidia will produce its own CPUs, just like I was saying in 2020, and AMD will do a little bit market on the servers until the Nvidia will kick the AMD out of that market as well, and Intel will go bankruptcy very soon. Okay, so this is what's up. So Direct 3D, the same deal. We already look at Direct 3D, but it's 16K video resolution maximum. OpenCL, which is another freeware, open source 3D rendering in real time. As again, this is the real-time rendering APIs, guys. When it comes to real-time rendering, 16K video resolution is the king. XYZ 16,384 by 16,384 by 16,384, and maximum 2D under OpenCL 32,000. Okay, pixels width and height. Vulkan, another great thing. This is the Vulkan, guys, 16,384 by 16,384 by 16,384 XYZ, and 2D is 32,000 width and height. Okay, yeah, and pretty much OpenGL. I already showed you the OpenGL, right? Yeah. So this is what's up, guys. All right, so this part is covered. Let's go ahead and jump into the game. As you can see, I'm not in a rush. I'm not into faking here anything. I'm here to explain and show you the whole deal through the brute force. Through the system RAM debugger tool, I input the value in real time under the Windows operating system. So Nvidia driver even Nvidia BIOS right now when it's communicating, and Windows operating system and DirectX thinking that this is native 16K video resolution. Keep that in mind. But as again, Nvidia DSR, especially when you're running Nvidia DSR and Titan RTX, which is the called legacy DSR without any AI yet. But in the future, Nvidia DSR will be utilizing the AI, artificial intelligence. It's going to be kind of similar to DLSS, but it's going to be absolutely amazing. It's going to be as good as native, but it's going to utilize the AI and it's going to produce half of the FPS. But GSR will be as good as native, and DLSS in the future will be unbelievable. DLSS 4 will be unbelievable, like nothing can touch it. Okay, look how small this steam. This is the steam. This is the I believe this is 4K video resolution or 2K video resolution steamers running. So I'm having on Steam, as you can see, exactly as it should be. 20 years anniversary, exactly on the release day, updated version. So we're gonna go ahead and you probably remember that, and we're gonna go ahead and start. I'm going to dedicate some time, and first thing first, we're gonna lower the volume of the audio. We don't want to have any music for sure, and volume of the game going to go down a little bit so you can hear me pretty well. I'm going to comment in real time, just like that. All right. And also let me bring up the look how small everything is. Let me bring up the overlay a little bit, and bring up the overlay a little bit and make it as large as we can, like that, so you can see what's going on there under the 16K video resolution. Also guys, let me real quick and go ahead and finish actually to show you the CPU Z, how the processor benchmark. This processor is faster than Intel 10 Gen when it's overclocked. So this is how it's benched, and just real quick to finish this up, because I was interrupted, just to show you the 16K video resolution deal, to explain for some folks. I explain as a game developer, software developer, so we pull that data from the DLL. You can take it to the bank. Anyways, this is how the CPU from stock, and as you can see, I'm faster. But when it comes to PC games, especially the old school PC games, single thread performance is the key. There is no such a PC games in 2024 that you can do something with multi-thread performance. Okay, multi-thread performance pretty much for the applications such as video encoding, when every single core, every single thread utilized at 100%, such as 3D rendering, such as Cinema 4D, 3ds Max, Blender. But even in 3D rendering, that's why AMD company will go bankruptcy as well very soon after the Intel is utilizing the GPU now, because GPU is faster. Let me show you some legendary CPU in comparison with my CPU, because the Half-Life 2 is pretty old game, so you probably remember those CPUs. So just show you what it is. This is legendary CPU that I have, and I review it over my YouTube channel when I was very young. The i7-2600K also had it, review it. 8350 folks with a low budget used to have it. 4790K legendary CPU, 8 threads. This is how fast I am. Check it out. My single thread performance more than twice faster than multi-thread performance on those 8 threads. This is unbelievable. 4 gen. This is 9 gen from 4 gen, just 5 gen difference. This is 6 gen, 6700K, also legendary. I'm dominating by a lot. And 7700K, I used to own this CPU as well, very legendary CPU. 5960X, very legendary as well, 16 threads. 8700K, very legendary, EGN, the previous generation from mine, that was released in 2017. 1800X, yeah, AMD is garbage all the way till 5th gen. 2700X, even if Gamer's Nexus not agreeing, he's thinking that 3000 AMD Ryzen is still a good thing, but it's not. Trust me, guys, it's not. 7900X, 3700X, 10 gen, i7 10700. As you can see, I'm faster. 10,000 i9 10 gen. I'm faster. As you can see, 11 gen will kill me, the flagship, 11,900K. And Intel 12 Gen i9 legendary CPU, 12,900K. I highly recommend you to build the next system with this CPU. It's going to last you 5 years, guys. Buy cheap though. Buy this CPU, 12,900K, for around below $200 for CPU, including the motherboard for $300 max, everything. It's a good deal. 7980X, or you can buy brand new at Micro Center right now, $399. This is the setup that I'm going to test with you, and I'm going to build in one of my AI workstations for the clients, guys. Hopefully you're going to use it in the future as well. 3950X and 5 Gen, which is 5000 series Intel 5000 series AMD Ryzen, which is where AMD starts shining in terms of the processors, in terms of the CPU. But they never shine after they sold the ATI as a GPUs, unfortunately. Okay, so this is what's up, guys. This one is covered. Let's go ahead and get back into the game, and it's already running. I cool down the Titan RTX. Titan RTX running 100% fan rotation. Oh, I see what's going on. The font size is too large. We cannot afford to run this huge font size. Let me lower it a little bit. It's just too much. Hopefully, yeah, you can see it, right? Let me bring, guys, so you can see it better. Let me bring some background, and let me make sure that you can see it in the background. It's kind of going to go black, so you can see it nicely like that. And the data at the right top corner is crucial right here. So please watch this video at least on 4K UHD screen, but if you're gonna watch this video in 8K UHD, this is exactly how I'm going to upload it, because right now I'm recording with Nvidia ShadowPlay in 8K. Even if Nvidia ShadowPlay doesn't support 8K video resolution on Nvidia Turing GPU architecture by default, but you can hack it, modify it, including the driver, and I'm going to teach you how to do it over this YouTube channel. Another reason for you to subscribe and thumbs up. Anyways, and on the Nvidia white papers, Nvidia Turing GPU architecture, Titan RTX or Quadra is capable to record 8K UHD through the Nvidia ShadowPlay based on their tests, okay, as well, without any issues. Anyways, it's recording 8K UHD for you to watch. Please watch it on YouTube. So let me show you the options. So in the new version of the Half-Life 2, the 20th anniversary Half-Life 2, what they did, they improved the user interface. So right now it's scaling properly, as you can see. So it's not going to be so messy, and it's not going to be, the user interface is not going to be so small under the 16K video resolution. So it's kind of out of scale, which is nice touch, because in the previous Half-Life 2 benchmarks over my YouTube channel in 2016 all the way till 2021, you're gonna see it's not gonna scale. Everything will be so small. So they fixed that. They also brought some more details. They are, as Valve Half-Life 2 developers, made the game much more heavier, producing lower FPS. Looking the same though, I'm not sure. Under 16K video resolution it's looking the same, but it's producing way less FPS, okay? Not even by 2 times, more than by 2 times. So it's going to be a good test to retest it, because look like this is going to be the last update for the Half-Life 2 ever. And I believe because they're using the new Source game engine and it's not so focused on the rasterization, maybe it's focused a little bit on the ray tracing or something like that. I'm not a developer of that Valve Source game engine that they introduced, but it caught the FPS almost by 3 times, solid by 3 times, and Yeah, and it's using a lot of video RAM. So maybe they using the much higher resolution of the textures, but under 16K video resolution is still looking the same though. Keep that in mind because 16K video resolution is going to bring every single pixel. It's not like when you're running 800 by 600 or 1024 pixels by 7068 pixels. That was very popular back in 2004. It's not like that. Anyways, I'm gonna get into the video. 15,360 by 8,640 native full screen, widescreen 16 divided by 9. I probably should bring. Because I was recording the desktop and now I switched to it's probably the aspect ratio is going to be a little bit funky, but anyways, when you recording two different environments, about 4K video resolution, Nvidia Shadowplay does it. And keep in mind that my Nvidia driver is modified or hacked, so it's not Nvidia doesn't know that it's supposed to record 8K video resolution with Nvidia Shadowplay, and they already removed this Nvidia Shadowplay. So I'm not even sure if I can hack the new Nvidia Shadowplay through their new GeForce experience, because I'm not sure. That's why I didn't update the driver. But there is newer version of the driver, but the FPS will be the same. Keep that in mind. It's just the same thing because the game was released before the newer version of the driver. Anyways, HUD aspect ratio unlocked, as you can see. So we're gonna see the nicely scaled user interface UI. Okay, advanced. Under the advanced, I'm running everything maxed out, including the texture details. Instead of high, I'm running very high. So go ahead and do stuff like that. Maxed out, maxed out, maxed out. But to be honest with you, it doesn't matter high or very high. But it's nice to have everything maxed out when you're playing 8K video resolution and above. Otherwise, what's the reason for you to play it if you're not receiving the maximum visuals? Because if you're playing above 4K video resolution, most likely you're going for the visuals. You'll love to see every single pixels out there, every single detail on the throughout your gameplay experience. Filtering mode 16x, VSync is off to demonstrate maximum possible FPS beyond the supported 30 Hz. Right now is supported because I'm not using the display port to HDMI adapter. Motion blur is disabled. Multicolor rendering enabled. Classic effect is enabled. So DirectX 9 Plus and Windows Air extension enabled. So do exactly as I am if you're gonna test it. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna apply. This is how we're gonna run it. Hopefully it's still recording. Look like I still have that little sign. See that little Nvidia Shadowplay sign at the right bottom corner, that little green dot. If you're watching this video on 4K HD or in EK HD, you're gonna see it. Anyways, this is the options. We're gonna start the Half-Life 2 from the beginning, and I already tested this. I just saw the FPS before recording, but check it out. My video RAM utilization is almost 19 gigabytes throughout the menu. So that's zWormz Z or Wormer Z, whatever that fraudster, he was showing like 10 gigabytes or even below 10 gigabytes in 16K video resolution on his Nvidia RTX 4090. That's a faker. And by the way, his FPS was like 120 FPS in 16K video resolution, while mine's showing 35 right now. But keep in mind, this is because I'm recording. If I'm not recording, you can add I'm gonna tell you exactly how much you can add. Let me average the FPS with the short key. I just average the FPS, but right now we are in the menu. Let's go ahead and jump into the game. So I'm gonna start the game. This is going to be the best way for us to do from the beginning. And I'm gonna progress a little bit because this is 20 years. Come on, we can dedicate some time. Enjoy, guys.
Rise and shine, Mr. Freeman. Rise and shine. Not that I wish to imply you have been sleeping on the job. No one is more deserving of a rest, and all the effort in the world would have gone to waste until... well, let's just say your hour has come again. The right man in the wrong place can make all the difference in the world. So wake up, Mr. Freeman. Wake up and smell the ashes.
Hi guys, I just got myself some coffee. Hopefully drinking some healthy drink as well. The best drink will be water, 2 slices of the lemon, or for some tasty 2 slices of the lemon and honey, or coffee, but never mix it with the milk, bad for your heart. Stay away from alcohol and smoking, and any drugs.
End of the line.
Human-made drugs are very bad, guys, for you. Anyways, look how beautiful it is. The visuals are the same to me, but the FPS is much lower. So it says 42 FPS average, right? Let me average it again because we were in the menu. So I just reset the average counter. But without the recording, somehow when it's recording it's 42. Without the recording it's going to be 55. So let's go ahead and assume, go ahead and add about 14 FPS, okay? And keep in mind that Titan RTX is without the overclocking. So if you're going to overclock the Titan RTX, it's going to be additional 11 FPS. I tried that. You can add additional 11 FPS. So without the overclocking, without the recording, it's 55 FPS. Okay, right now it's 42. So 12 FPS higher is minimum for this particular game. And as again, I just tested before the recording just to report the artificial degradation, because I'm recording with Nvidia Shadow Play on the same computer with Nvidia software. Look how beautiful the game is. In 16K video resolution, the game is unbelievable. You can see every single detail. This is just unbelievable, especially over here. This is going to be a transparent alpha channel texture, and if you're gonna run it even in 4K video resolution, you're gonna see some black pixels. But in 16K video resolution, everything is so nice, because even those black pixels, they're so small, it's kind of hard to see. Alright, well, I don't see any difference. Why the FPS went down by 3 times? This is just unbelievable while comparing with 2016 version. And the video RAM has grown like crazy. Check it out. My video RAM utilization is almost 20 gigabytes. So this is for the zWormz and to the GTX 1050 Ti and to the testing games. 3 of those guys are kind of fakers. I'm not sure about zWormz though, but the way he spoke with me, look, he's a faker as well, fraudster. So they do everything to get your views, guys, to lie to you as much as they can. But check it out, especially at the distance, 16K video resolution, that level of details is unbelievable right there. And if you're gonna go ahead and zoom into that texture, because I'm running it full screen, I cannot zoom in, but you can see it's beautiful, the level of details. But everything looks to me the same though, just like I was running in 2016. A little bit more reflection though right here on the ground, just a little bit, but I believe it was like that, if I'm not mistaken. I believe they did 2 versions of revision before the 20th anniversary, like in 2022, when they started with the Construct 2. They updated the source engine and they used the new source engine in Half-Life 2 as well. And but the video RAM utilization is very high, and I believe they did something that they didn't mention in this one. Check out, everything is so nice. The game looks, this game is looking great, guys. It's just like I can play it and have so much fun. Look how much detail it is in 16K video resolution. It's just unbelievable. Just because it's 20 years anniversary, we can play a little bit of time, right? Why not? This game is unbelievable, guys. It used to be like the animation like that. The characters are not so squared, so nice. Nice animation on them. It used to be a big deal in 2004. And the level of those 3D objects rendered in you know, per camera view. It was unbelievable, the level of details. As you can see, they can improve some details. They're probably gonna do it in Half-Life 2 RTX right here. The texture right here could be improved to the leather, so it can reflect.
About that beer I owed you. It's me, Gordon, Barney from Black Mesa. Hey, sorry for the scare. I had to put on a show for the cameras. I've been...
Let me share it to you again, guys, for those naysayers, but you already know it's 16K video resolution. So what I'm gonna do, I will try to use some anti-aliasing, maybe not in the end. Hopefully it's not going to stop the recording and not going to freeze, because 16K video resolution, including the anti-aliasing 4 times MSAA, I will try to enable that, or even 8 times. We're going to start with the different versions and see if anti-aliasing actually is going to apply to 16K video resolution native. But this is how we are doing it, guys. This is how we are doing it. As you can see, beautiful. Okay, and also if I'm going to bring the subtitles in the old school Half-Life 2, the subtitles under the 16K video resolution was so small. It was like you cannot even see what's going on there. Let me see. Captioning, closed captioning, subtitles, dialogue only. Let's go ahead and bring this up and see apply, and see how the subtitles will look like if it's still going to be small.
Civil protection. I can't take too long.
I don't see any subtitles. Can you see
way
guys?
behind on my beating quota.
It's not even recognized. Oh, right here, yeah, it's big. Not anymore small like it used to. I believe the developers watched my 16K video resolution video for sure.
Yeah, you and me both, Doc. He was about to board the express to Nova Prospect.
Well, Barney, what do you intend?
I'm thinking.
Alex is around here somewhere. She would have a better idea how to get him here.
Well, as long as he stays away from checkpoints, we should be okay. Listen, I gotta go, Doc. We're taking enough chances as it
But I
is.
really like the level of details. At a distance, 16K video resolution, everything is so detailed.
Okay, Gordon. You're gonna have to make your
It used
own
to be
way
so
to
blurred
Dr.
out at
Kleiner's
the
lab.
distance.
Oh, man, that's what I was afraid of.
And this is not because they added the textures. This is because it's 16K video resolution. Because if you're gonna watch the video from 2016, it's still the same. So yeah, I don't see any difference while playing 16K video resolution. Maybe you're gonna see in 4K, but I don't see it. It's kind of the same. But why the video RAM utilization is so crazy, I'm not sure about that. Anyways, everybody remember that. And over here, I remember when I was running on P4. It used to be Intel Pentium 4 with HD. 2004. I could afford HD, and then Athlon XPs 2000 series. This part right here, loading, was like forever. But right now, it just loaded immediately. This is just unbelievable. And check it out, when you're getting close under 16K video resolution to this texture, which is the alpha channel, it's just beautiful. You don't see those black pixels because every single pixel is so small. It's kind of doing a nicely gradient into the background. Okay, you remember this part? This is how I was testing. So let's go ahead and average the FPS over here as well. So as you can see, 53 at this part, 53. So it should be like 63 here without the recording, at least 63. At least add by 10, but I would say add 12 as minimum. Pick it up. I'm gonna do it like this, Nancy Pelosi. Oh my goodness. That guy's running after me. I didn't escape, but anyways. Look how beautiful. You can play this game. Look how beautiful it's looking. Still looking great. This is an example, guys, how to develop a games. The developers wasn't so... Ah! Jesus, that guy scared me. That guy is tyrannic. Kukuruku. Come on, man. Leave me alone, buddy. Look how beautiful it is. Yeah, so I didn't see anything what they improve with the textures, but why the video RAM is so high?
I find it helpful at times like these to remind myself that
20 gigabyte of video RAM utilization. Started with 18 and 20. So to that dude that was showing 10 gigabyte of video RAM utilization on Nvidia RTX 4090. Hey dude. Yeah. Why your FPS though like my RTX 3090 though? That's I don't understand, and I also don't understand. So something went wrong when he was recording 16K video resolution. That zWormz Kokoroko. But anyways, this is the truth, guys, right here. Okay. And otherwise, what's the point for me? As you can see, I'm not like focused like him on to do as most views as possible. And by the way, if you're gonna search his YouTube channel, he also paying for the views. Anyways, yeah, so he's not completely not fair, not a fair dude. Just like that, testing games but testing games for sure, and GTX 1050 Ti for sure. Those dudes are fakers. That's pretty bad. This is what Google is about. They're all on YouTube. They are fakers, and they bring the same culture of the fakers. But check it out how beautiful the game looks like. Every single detail is here. But as you can see, as a modder, you can improve this game dramatically. By the way, guys, for those who didn't play the Quake game, I'm doing my own mode in Quake 2 and Quake 3, and hopefully in Quake 4, and maybe even in Doom, based on ID tech engines, and while using my AIs. I used to use the AI before the AI that I do have right now, which is the image AI. It was kind of old school AI, a little bit different. But right now I'm also using the image AI, and I'm going to redraw the textures. I'm going to bring the modes. It's going to be cinematic modes to Quake 2, Quake 3, and Quake 4 games that you don't want to miss.
First the building, then the whole block.
If you're a classic gamer, it's going to be beautiful modes, guys, that you just wanna, and maybe even for Stalker game series. By the way, yesterday on November 20th, 2024, exactly 1,000 days of the war, Russian-Ukrainian developers released the Stalker game series, Stalker 2, that you don't want to miss, guys. I'm going to do the tradition. I'm going to do a beautiful tutorials over this YouTube channel. Another reason for you to subscribe. Look how beautiful everything is. Yeah, maybe texture is looking a little bit better, but not as bad as it could. They didn't redraw the whole textures. They just improved the sharpness. Look like the level details are still not here. A little bit. They improved maybe by a little bit. As again, I'm not sure. But it doesn't look like that to me. Under 16K video resolution, if we're gonna compare it with 16K video resolution that I was running previously. Beautiful. So as you can see, you can pick up an object. There's a physics to it. You can throw it. You can get it into the objects, but not all object has the physics. So a lot of static object yet. In the game development, it's called the dynamic objects and static. Dynamic that has the physics, and static that doesn't have the physics. It's beautiful. It's beautiful, guys. And yeah, I'm coming in real time, as you can see. Recording in real time. It's beautiful. The game look is just fantastic. Alright, we pissed that dude. We get here. Yeah, just like original Half-Life 2 lookish from 2016, just the same.
Told you they'd be coming for us.
And I believe the version that I tested in 2016 actually was the original version, because the original version didn't consume so much of the video RAM. Alright, so we're gonna escape real quick, and we're about to be done. I just want to get to the Alex, to the lady, and I was testing it with the 4 Titan X Maxwells, 3 Titan X Maxwells, 2 Titan X Maxwells, 1 Titan X Maxwell, Titan X Pascals, bunch of Pascal GPUs, including the AMD Radeon Fury X, which is AMD Radeon Pro 2 Duo with the 4 GPUs total, 2 of them. Each has 2 GPUs on it, on each AMD Radeon Pro. In Crossfire, 4 Radeon Fury X GPUs. Go ahead and check it out, guys, over official UHDking YouTube channel. Alright, what's going on here? Oh, I gotta go. I forgot there is no loading screen here. Alright. Yeah, the game's still looking great, and this game was like, imagine this game was in 2004. It was like, wow, are you kidding me? People that was playing this game, it was like a Stalker 2 today, or something like crazy, like one of the best games like that. Like Cyberpunk. God, that time, man, it's beautiful. By the way, if you didn't play this, this is one of the best classics, and I highly recommend for you to play it on your portable computer. And in the future, another reason for you to thumbs up and subscribe. In the future, guys, over the UHDking.com official YouTube channel, over this YouTube channel, hopefully you're watching over the official in AKUHD, we're gonna building together the portable PCs, like a phone, so you can play games on them, running Windows, play games. And I'm gonna show you how to build the best one. So I used to benchmark it. Let me average FPS over here with Alex, the lady, and I did the 2 Radeon Pro Duos with the 4 AMD GPUs, 4 Titan X Maxwell GPU, 2 Titan X P's, Pascal GPU architecture, and now the Turing. And in the future, guys, we're going to test the Half-Life 2.
Dr. Kleiner said you'd be coming this way.
And all kind of
I
different,
don't think it occurred to him that you might not have a map.
and all kind of different processors, video cards, even portable devices, and hopefully the mobile devices running Android and iOS with the Windows 12, because it's going to support the mobile devices such as phones and tablets by Apple and ARM. As again, this is the settings for the newsayers. Sorry, not for the fake news sayers, but for the naysayers. But let me. So we tested that. I mean, let me get into the lab. You're gonna see the level of details in the lab. It's going to look fantastic in 16K video resolution. Just to show you the. I remember when I saw that lab, the level of 3D objects
With you back in Black Mesa. I'm sure you don't remember.
in the camera view. It was amazing, and the whole lighting over here is amazing too.
Words, aren't you?
The developers watch my videos, guys, because they fixed the user interface and they fixed the fake lighting that I pointed out
Remember him from Black Mesa? Your
while
old
running my
administrator.
16K video resolution benchmarks.
Don't get my dad started on Dr. Breen.
Sometimes there is a light when there wasn't any light. They fixed that.
Here.
So right now there is a light when it's supposed to be the light. So they're getting ready the game for the ray tracing RTX by Nvidia, which is nice.
Funny, you showing up on this day in particular.
Used to be over here. The transition between this 2 levels was taking like 20 seconds, almost a minute
This
to
way,
load.
Gordon.
And before,
We've
it
been
took
helping
like
people escape the city on
second.
foot. It's a dangerous route to my father's lab through the old canals.
And this is the
Today,
CPU
we're
from
finally on the verge of having a
2018.
better way.
So now you can enjoy in 16K video resolution. This is the proper way of software development, game development. When you're developing, it used to be a fakish here, the lighting without the light. Now they added nicely on this area. That's what I pointed out throughout my benchmark. So developers watch that and they fix that. That's nice. Beautiful. Check it out, the lab. The level of details of the 3D objects is just unbelievable over here.
Blast that little... Where did she get to? Lamar, come out of there!
Uh-oh, everything all right,
But
Dr.
you can
Kleiner?
see the textures right
hello,
here.
Alex.
It's not
Well, almost
ready
all
yet.
right. Lamar has gotten out of her crate
So
again.
as a modder, you can still improve this game a lot using the AI, a lot, guys.
Gordon Freeman.
Look how beautiful the 3D object. When I saw something like that, I'm like, wow, this game is something. So
We owe a
so many
great
3D
deal to
objects
Dr. Freeman,
in 3D
even if
world
trouble does tend
throughout
to
the
follow in his wake.
single camera view, just unbelievable.
I
There used to
must
be a
say,
screens
Gordon,
like
you
this,
come at a very
CRT guys.
opportune time. Alex has just installed the
So the
final
textures
piece
are
for
not
our
here yet
resurrected
because
teleport.
I can't take any credit for the
even under
breakdown.
16K video resolution, I
Our
cannot see
talents
the level of
surpass your
details.
loveliness.
Let's just see if this thing works, okay?
Well, is he here? There you are. Man, Gordon, you stirred up the hive.
But over here, I can see some details.
We can't keep
Kinda.
him here long, Doc. It'll jeopardize everything we've worked for.
Don't worry, he's coming with me.
That's right, Barney. This is a red letter day. We'll inaugurate the new teleport with a double transmission.
You mean it's working?
So guys, I'm going to walk through actually Half-Life 2 in 16K video resolution, so stick around.
There's nothing to be
The FPS is good enough.
We've made major strides since then. Major strides.
What cat?
Doc, since he's not taking the streets, you might as well get him out of his civvies.
When they introduced the Half-Life 2,
I almost forgot.
I had the GeForce 4200 Ti
I gotta get back on my shift, but okay.
or 4200. It was 4200, 4600, and 4800, if I'm not mistaken. Or two versions, 42 and 48.
Lamar,
But 42 was very
I
good.
thought you got rid of that test.
certainly not. Never fear, Gordon.
Just after my
These
GeForce
DVs
3
come completely
2000,
harmless. The worst you might
GeForce
do is
3
attempt
200,
to
sorry,
couple with your head fruitlessly.
that replaced
Get that thing
my
away from
GeForce
me.
2
Here, my pet.
Ti.
Hop up. No.
Ti
up there.
wasn't
No. No. Careful, Lamar.
a brand for the Nvidia, it was just for the
It'll be
game
another
world.
week before I can coax
They
her
had
out
the
there.
Ti versions, which was running higher frequencies.
Barney, you're not an animal person.
But before GeForce 2, I had the Voodoo 3 2000, my first
Well, Gordon, go ahead.
GPU that I will never forget. My first 3D accelerator, that really true 3D accelerator. But GeForce 2 then was like amazing, and after that it was amazing, but it wasn't as fun, as enjoyable for me, as memorable to me as Voodoo
Come on,
3
Gordon.
2000.
We don't have time to fool around. Get your suit on.
Oh, check it out. That suit's going to be amazing in Nvidia RTX. So guys, cannot wait for the RTX. I'm also going to test the RTX. So another reason for you to thumbs up. Let's go ahead and have a look at the FPS. For the last time, I'm going to enable the anti-aliasing. If it's going to freeze, it's going to freeze. If it's going to stop the recording, it's going to stop the recording. But as again, don't forget to smash that like button. A lot of time, money, energy is invested. And subscribe, guys. Share this video with everyone that you know. We're going to start with the 2x MSAA. Apply. Was black screen for a few seconds. It took it. Apply again. Yeah, it took it. Let me double check. Maybe we should restart the game just in case for the to refresh the video RAM usage and system RAM usage, the system RAM garbage collector, because I didn't develop this game. I'm not sure, but we lowered the FPS by a little bit.
You should wear that thing.
2x doesn't matter. Anti-aliasing mode for Nvidia Turing GPU architecture is like nothing, but for the next generation, which is Nvidia Ampere, and even the next generation after that, Nvidia Ada is the best. It not afraid of the anti-aliasing at all. Completely not afraid. Let's go ahead and do the 4x MSA and see how 4x MSA will perform. Black screen. Woke up. Back again to the game. I'm going to reboot, guys. Okay, we kind of frozen. We increased the video RAM utilization by 2 GB. So anti-aliasing actually is working in Half-Life 2. We increase our video RAM utilization to 22,000, almost 23,000 megabytes. And system RAM utilization is almost 18 gigabytes. But total system RAM is 32 gigabytes and total video RAM is 24. So we got about 2 gigabytes to go because 24,600 something megabytes is 24 gigabytes. 1 FPS. And when it's 1 FPS, I already can tell that most likely we are overloading our video RAM. And what's going on there? We are offloading some data from the GPU into the system RAM versus the video RAM. And yeah, and check it out how slow it is. It's 1 FPS. It's not even in real time. I think it's offloaded some. I didn't pay attention at our system RAM. Go ahead and rewind it and pay attention to the system RAM. You're gonna see how much data it's offloaded from a video RAM into the system RAM, and probably maybe it did like 5 gigs, something like that, or 4 gigs. When it's happening like that, you can lose the FPS dramatically if you through the video RAM bottleneck, because the data that right now is offloaded from the video RAM into the system RAM, it's going to load back and call back very slowly, because the system RAM, as I showed to you at the beginning of this game, gameplay demonstration in 16K video resolution, I showed you the introduction, technical introduction. The video RAM is about almost 16 times faster than the system RAM. Copy, 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 and this is what GPU does. So it's like 1 FPS. It doesn't want to wake up, and it's so slow. So as you can see, it's only 1 FPS, so it's not renderable in real time, but it's beautiful though. No, it's woke up. It's 18 gigabytes I just showed. But what happened there, we just offloaded the data from a system RAM, and I believe Nvidia pre-cached it into the storage on SSD, even slower than a system RAM. But 42, we lost a little bit of the FPS, so anti-aliasing is definitely working. I'm gonna set to the 8x MSA, and then I'm gonna reboot the whole computer just to receive the proper data and proper the FPS, because as again, this is an old school game, and I'm pretty sure it's going to have some issue with the garbage collector. Maybe it's not. They're using the nice old school developers, and indeed they did. Valve, throughout the time, those developers wasn't woke. Those developers wasn't thinking about how to make as much money as possible while create some fraud and fakes, just like this zWormz testing games, and GTX 1050 Ti. Those guys hate me so bad because I pointed out to them they're frauds and there is nothing what they can do. So they was sending a group of people after me, after my YouTube channel, to hate me so bad. They do not understand that they do not produce the value to the society, and the key is to produce the value to the society to be valuable. This is the key over UHDking. This is another reason for you guys to subscribe. And I'm gonna apply that 0 FPS now, but this is throughout the menu. 100% GPU utilization. GPU is kind of running so crazy, but it's not overclock, and it's not even 1 volt on the GPU. 1 volt is maximum voltage on the GPU. When it's running 1 volt, it means that it's like running completely to the neck of it, and it cannot breathe. But we still can breathe a little bit. Let me apply this, and if it's still going to take it 8x MSA in 16K video resolution, this is crazy. Check it out, the system RAM utilization. See that? 24,000. Remember, it was 17. Now it's 24. So we offloaded 7 gigabytes into system RAM. That's why the FPS is 0. Because we're calling back the data from a system RAM and not from the video RAM. It's 16 times slower. But just because this is the old school game, it should be fine. Because throughout the time, the video RAM on the video cards was like GDDR3 and GDDR, and computers had the SDRAM and on the low budget folks, and then new budget folks DDR on the Intel Pentium 4 in 2004. It was just about they introduced the Core to Duo, and it was a big revolution for the Intel, and then Intel sold the technology back to the AMD. So AMD did the AMD X2 that completely killed the Pentium, and actually AMD did the dual core systems, and that sold its technology to the Intel, and Intel then killed the AMD X2 with the Core 2 Duo. But AMD X2 was a great 64-bit. X2 was one of the best CPUs. It was destroying the Intel Pentium 4 and was running together with the Core 2 Duos. Was legendary times for the AMD, just like in 2024 right now when it comes to processors, when it comes to central processor units, CPUs, AMD is leading right now. I cannot close it, guys. It doesn't listen to me. Just not even refreshing in 1 frames per second. Hopefully you can hear me. But you can see that I believe there is no reason for us to test it, because it's not going to be a fair test, because it's clearly a video RAM overload and not even 1 FPS. So that's it, I guess. I'm just going to go ahead and quit this, guys, and I think we nailed this. Okay, check it out. It took like, I quit that, I smashed the apply button like it was 30 seconds ago. So the update rate, you can find out the FPS, 7,000 milliseconds latency delay. So the FPS will be 0.3, 0.7, 0.3, 0.4. So this is how crazy it is in real time. So this is not the real time. So this is pretty much going to push the limit of the 24 gigabyte of the video RAM. Okay, and I think at this point we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. You can still play in 2x, but unfortunately, let me get back into the game. Maybe Nvidia driver can handle it, because the Nvidia driver, in the end of 2023, they introduced the offloading officially, because it was unofficially techniques by the Nvidia when Nvidia was offloading some data. Yeah. So as you can see, the audio is synchronized with the frame rates, and just because the frame rates is not even 1 FPS, it's kind of squeezing the audio. Alright guys, so everything was explained. This is going to be a great technical video. Hopefully you're going to enjoy it. Let me get back. I'm just went back into the desktop. Hopefully it's still recording, but it can overload the video RAM and it can crash the recording and crash everything. Hopefully it's not gonna do it. Hopefully I'm still recording it. Let me show you for the last time the CPU utilization under these conditions. It's a very long, as you can see, it's going to be like over a minute length. This is how our CPU utilization was, like almost nothing. And as you can see, the utilization was nice. Multi-thread performance running nice on this source. So it's kind of was utilizing this core, a little bit this core, a little bit them all. It was kind of evenly nice. Alright, that's it, guys. That's pretty much it. And on the background, this is exactly the system that I'm running today. It's going to be a Corsair H150i Pro water cooler. On top of the CPU, it's going to be Titan RTX video card, completely stock, dual fan design, Founders Edition, without even repacing, exactly as it is, without even blowing some dust yet. It's almost no dust, but I'm pretty sure inside probably should be some dust. It's nice to blow it up to improve the performance and to repace with thermal compound carbonate pad extreme. It's going to be, I highly recommend for you. Right now I'm running it on my CPU. I used to run liquid metal on the CPU. Right now I'm using that thermal compound pad on the CPU on my i9-9900K, and the difference is only 3 Celsius. You can still take it. Alright, so I put the 200mm blue fan, Cooler Master, to blow my system RAM, my everything around the video RAM. And yeah, and that's pretty much it. You didn't see, but it has 360mm radiator with 3 Corsair fans. It's not in the picture. That's pretty much my system. And in the future, we're going to test in Half-Life 2. We're going to test including the Half-Life RTX. I want to just regular Half-Life and Half-Life RTX, Half-Life 2. And Half-Life 2 RTX. We're gonna test, guys, all kind of different processors, video cards, systems, mobile devices, and portable devices. As again, another reason for you to subscribe and like this video, because in the future we're gonna build together a beautiful portable systems that you can play games while you're out, and I'm gonna show you how for the lower amount of money to build top of the end system in your pocket and enjoy your favorite PC games and running your Windows in your pocket. Alright, as again, my name is UHDking. Exactly, you know why UHDking. Today I underlined the Half-Life 2, so look like it's going to be the last version of the Half-Life 2, as I believe. they're going to release the Half-Life 3 very soon, and I don't think they're going to update this version any longer. It's a little bit different, a little bit heavier, produced less FPS on the same Titan RTX, but I tested the previous versions from 2016 on Titan X. As I told you, Radeon Pro 2 Duo, two of them, which is 4 AMD GPUs, Titan XPs, GTX 1080 Ti, GTX 1070 in a laptop, also a laptop with two GTX 1080s Pascal, then RTX 2080 Ti, Turing GPU architecture with only 11 gigabyte of video RAM, which will be a little bit slower than Nvidia Titan RTX by about 15%, but you can overclock the RTX 2080 Ti to reach the performance stock Nvidia RTX, Titan RTX. But the problem is Nvidia Titan RTX has 24 gigabyte of video RAM, and it's a nice video card to play in 8K HD and above, especially when we're talking about old school games. Alright, in the future I'm gonna test with the video cards 32 gigs, 36 gigs, 48 gigs, 96 gigs, 92 gigs. So stick around, guys. Hopefully 128 gigabyte of video RAM in the future, in maybe 5 years from now, by Nvidia. Some crazy Titan. If I would be Nvidia, they're about to release the Blackwell GPU architecture, which is the next GPU architecture after the Ada, and it's gonna do the revolutionary thing because it's 2 times faster than Ada. I would call the King Blackwell if I would be Nvidia, and give the 96 or 92 gigabyte of video RAM or 48 as minimum to that video card, just to replace the Titan, or still call it Titan because could be Ada Titan. Ada is kind of lady scientist, but would call it like that, and Nvidia will be golden if they're gonna do it, because the gamers gonna love it, and after the gamers, the AI artificial intelligence pros gonna love it, and their cards will keep the price, the Blackwell, if they're gonna create that move, like forever nice use price for the video cards, keep them on the market valuable, and yeah, if they're gonna do it, it's going to be nice, because this Titan RTX that I'm using today is pretty much a Quadro RTX 8000 video cards, but Quadro RTX 8000 Turing GPU architecture video card was $8,000 in 2018 for enterprise clients, while Titan RTX is $2,500, and sometimes it was $2,000 on couple sales by Nvidia. So today you watched the fastest gamers flagship computer from 2018. It's still running great. It's still beautiful, but in the future I'm going to upgrade to a couple new systems just to demonstrate you and do the benchmarks for you, and to build a new systems for my AI project for you guys. Image services by AI, by UHDking, by Artistic Bytes. Another reason why you want to follow me everywhere, so you're going to miss my image services when I'm going to introduce it for you, and when everybody can use my image services, and they can create services, and they can create anything what they can dream on with my AI, which will be on another level when compared to with Meta, X, Microsoft, Google, you know, Midjourney, whatever you can call my service will be within my style, and I will try to put my soul into it, and it's going to generate the images like you never saw before. So this is another reason for you to subscribe. Hopefully you love this in depth, within the details, when everything was explained to you like for the beginner, not like one of those professionals in the clothes on YouTube that kind of faking and doing everything is so fast and kind of faking to you. This is their strategy, how to manipulate you. Over here everything was explained. Hopefully guys you love it. Have a good morning, good day, good afternoon. I love you all. Till the next time. Cocoroco. ¿Qué pasa? ¿Por qué, muchacho? Trabajo.